Finally, when looking at management ethics, I know the book focuses specifically with managers in regards to decision making, but I feel like there were key qualities that Nike establishes within their company that are easily correlated between the book. First, I thought that the decision making about moral responsibility really was fitted for Nike because with the numerous amounts of factories and workers, Nike has a moral responsibility to make decisions in the best interest of these workers. And we saw that back in the 90s that when those decisions weren't made, all of the chaos that ensued due to that issue. So making those decisions regarding the morality and ethics based on their employees is essential to the productivity and efficiency of their company and industry. They also have to keep in mind about the well-being of their employees and the human quality that's associated with their staff. I know that the book talks about the 5 levels of human quality, which are listed as mistreatment, indifference towards people, respectful treatment, concern for interest, and mutual esteem. And it kind of goes backwards to forwards. And I think that is a really good timeline for how Nike started. They weren't the best company when it came to treatment of employees with wages as well as working conditions. But since then have worked towards creating a community that's built on professional and personal development. There was never any mention of indifference towards people. However, I feel like certain countries in the global market were underlooked, but now since then have given them higher establishment and higher priority within the system. And now I feel like they definitely treat their employees and staff members with respect. I think they do have the concern for their interests of their shareholders and employees. I do feel like it's a mutual esteem and that they have created this community and built on trust and loyalty for both the employees and the company. And finally, I feel like there's been motives for this corporate social responsibility. For instance, they felt pressure originally from social groups to make these changes and initiatives to be a socially responsible company. There was also moral motivations. I think that once the CEO recognized that they weren't a company that was upholding standards and losing consumers based on that, I think that they wanted to make morally correct decisions. And again, the stakeholder pressures was from that additional protest and the consumers and everyone invested in the company jumping off the bandwagon of Nike. And then the government and institutional pressure. Because of these established requirements and listings that the company has to follow, I think that this applies extra pressure for them to be transparent and a loyal company. So I think that this book really identifies with Nike and their core values.